Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. Today's video, we just finished the fusion. Well, I finished him a long time ago, and today we are going to summon Donatello. We're missing 10 fragments. Are they here? Yeah, they are here because we just purchased them from the shop. Because I missed 10 fragments because I didn't have enough shards. So Plarium was generous enough to sell me 10 fragments, which I'm actually not against it. I'd rather spend $10 rather than opening 8 secret shards. So, Donatello. We are gonna use him today because I've been waiting to get this champion since a long time ago, because I do need a champion that can decrease cooldown, and also he continuous heal, but continuous heal strengthen and increases speed, and also he decreases cooldown. So where am I gonna use him? So first, let me just go build him, get his masteries, and then I will be right back. So I just finished his masteries, and the problem is that this guy is just so freaking versatile. Like, you could literally fit him within any team you want. You can use him as a cleanser, you can use him as an anti-lockout, and you can use him as a turn meter booster because his A3 does boost and damage, and also you can use him as a healer. Also, you can use him as a Titus champion. What does that mean? Like a champion that you can fit within your Titus team. Really quick, guys, get yourself a free legendary Narma by clicking the link in my description. You will also get 3 amazing epics: Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage. All you need to do is, number 1, log out of Plarium Play on your PC and uninstall it. Number 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Number 3, launch raid and complete the tutorial. Number 4, go to your inbox and claim the champion. So don't miss out on the great chance to get Narma and 3 very strong epics. So make sure to click my link before it expires. So in today's video, we will try to build in all those 3 and talk about each specific build. Now, as far as the masteries, let's start with that. Because remember, he is a champion that does not need accuracy, so we don't care about accuracy. He's also a champion that would love to get some sort of resistance. So any resistance you can get to him is an appreciated resistance. But the one that I care about is this one, Cycle of Magic, because it does refresh. And since I'm building him to be fast with lots of stat gear intensive, so a lot of steel will give you some good benefits. Also, lasting gift is gonna be one of the things that you would appreciate, because remember, like, his A3 has 2 buffs and his A2 has a buff. Everything is AoE buff, so you want to extend those as much as possible. And if just let's just take a look at these abilities. Remove all debuffs from all allies, and usually a cleanser in arena is a champion where you need high resistance on. So if you're gonna use him as a cleanser, you have to build him in high resistance. And also, if you are using him to cleanse in faction, it doesn't matter that much, but you want to keep those buffs from not being stripped, so protection could be an option. And if you go here, also fill the turn meter of all allies by 20%. That's actually one of the best abilities in the game, where like he cleanse and then he boosts your turn meter by 20%. If I want to compare, there is one champion that cleanse and boost, and it's actually Galathir, and he does boost by 15%, so technically he does boost slightly more, except that Galathir has block buffs, but we don't have block buffs. But in fact, we have strengthen and continuous heal, and to be honest, I appreciate that we don't have block buffs. We have something else, because I need to use this guy in my Titus team, and I already have something that can bring those buffs. So having 2 more unique buffs is gonna help more, because remember, Wixwell is all about having as many buffs as possible, because his shield growth is depending on extending more buffs. So that's something to keep in mind. And this ability, there is a sad part about this ability, is that this skill cooldown cannot be decreased, so there is no point in building him in Reflex or Merciless, because you cannot reset this ability. And this is one of his signature abilities that we would love to reset, but we can't. So how can we play around that? The easy answer is actually we can just say Relentless Gear, and you can just give him more turns. But I'm not a fan of Relentless, because in Hydra, the more turns you'd support take, that means your damage dealer will take less turns, so we're not gonna play that. We're gonna do something around that. Now, as far as the masteries, now you can go with this one if you're building him as a cleanser, cleanser for arena, because this one is so good in arena, because you want to cleanse your champions as much as possible, and you want to get as much turn meter as possible. It's one of the good ones that you can use in arena, but in Hydra you technically don't want it. You don't want to mess up with your speed tune stuff. As far as the defense, you could build him anyway, but like, he has a cool A1, so you can go with both counter attacks. You can go with the Cycle of Revenge if you are playing with the live arena, if you use him in live arena. Now, I would say those here are kind of the best option. This one here literally depends on you. You could stop this and just do War Master. Yeah, you could also go resistance 1, and you can take solidarity, because solidarity gives your allies 5 resistance for each buff, which means he's going to give everyone 15 resistance. It's not that big of a number, but when you try to build your champions with intensive stats, especially Titus teams, because you need to have 500 resistance on everyone, you need to have 300 speed on everyone, and you need to have enough accuracy to land your debuffs, so sometimes these stats help you into getting the total stat that you want. As far as the relic, what relic is good on him? There is 2 ones that I think that makes the most sense on him. Number 1 is Journal. It's not free. It's a rare one, so it's cheaper for an investment wise. And where heals and turn meter increase effect applies to all allies are boosted by 15%. Plus 3, you know, that 20% is going to become like 27%. So your boost is going to become close to Arbiter's boost. So this is one of the best ones you could have, because it applies to his heal and it applies to his turn meter boost. That's number 1. If you're type of the selfish person and you want something that only applies to him, there is one dedicated for him, and it's actually this one, a Harp of Cast Bell, where the turn meter fills by 5% each time they use a skill that does not deal damage. So every time he uses A2 or A3, he's just gonna get more turn meter. Now, Journal technically boosts your allies more. This one boosts your turn meter more. So you can think of it that way. And remember that he has 2 abilities that don't do damage. Am I correct? Now, it's only 1 ability. So Herb is not ideal. The ideal one is legit Journal. Believe it or not, it's actually the best one that you could use, so it's just to switch it over. As far as the gemstone, I would like to use bosses deal 5% less damage on this boss, just to make him mitigate more damage. Or you can do the turn meter. Boost effect will boost your turn meter more. You could have the resistance one if you want to get 30 more resistance. That's actually a good one, so you won't get stripped. Now, as far as the gear, I have 3 different builds on him. Now, the number 1 build is the arena build. Basically, you want to have as many reaction pieces as possible, as much resistance as possible. Now, this is kind of a shy resistance, because remember, I did not give him a resistance relic, and I didn't give him the 50 resistance. So this is up to you, just to tell you that you could build him dedicated for resistance, okay? If you want to build him for arena as a cleanser, you can just go 9 pieces of protection and as much speed as possible, so you can, you know, always take more turns, decrease cooldown, whether you want to be anti-lockout, you work like as a turn meter booster. So as much as speed. Now I have him 350. That's technically a shy speed. Usually if I run on this on my account, I would have to have like at least 430 speed for this speed to be ideal. But if I use him in a Titus team, it's gonna be slightly less, because I have to run him slower than Wixwell, and my Wixwell is like 310, so technically he can run slower than that. So 300, 280 is the ideal speed that you want to run on him. Now, if we assume that this is the gear that I will be running on him, what team would I use on him? It's gonna be like straight to Titus. Now I have to rerun my Titus team, by the way. So we go straight to Titus. So this is my Titus team. You see it? So basically, I'm just gonna take out my Emic, okay, and go to Donatello. Now remember, I took out Emic. Emic had 1 job in that team, which is decrease cooldown. So now I have a better decrease cooldown champion. And now remember that he does bring in continuous heal strengthen. He does boost the turn meter. And also he brings an increased speed. So technically my Kimi has no place. So I need a champion that can do decreased speed and bring more stuff to the table. So I can just look up all the decreased speed champions that I have. So now if you think about it, I need a champion to bring me decreased speed and as many stuff as possible. So if we take a look at the options I have Gizmag. So technically Gizmag can do a better job. Also I have Yusred, which actually can do good stuff because she can bring in weaken and decrease speed, and I don't have a weakon on my team, so I am more flexible. And if you take even a deep look into this, I can even bring in something like Supreme Galek, because he does bring in HP burn, block buffs, and decrease the speed. And now technically my team became way more flexible. Now here's the thing, if you have Feral, the Sylvan Watcher tree, you can just remove this and put Feral instead. Yeah, and he can do better than both of those champions combined. I don't have him, so now I'm glad that I am able to upgrade my Titus team, which was doing around 1.5 billion damage in the Hydra. And I know some people have been doing 3 and 4 all in one auto, 1 key key auto, 1 key claim. Yes, that's because they have feral. I don't have a feral, so technically now I should expect an upgrade. Where am I going to use him? Also, factions, Centranos, basically any content that I need something that can cleanse and decrease cooldown. There is a content that we all use and we need a champion that does both, and it's actually Iron Twin. So the next video is going to be like a dedicated run in each type of content, but for now this is how I build my Donatello. Let me know how you build your Donatello, because I'm interested to know more ideas and how you guys built it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.